Judy with Living Small News. Its link was sent to me, and I will provide the link for you to read in its entirety. And it's actually posted on the Judiciary Senate.gov. But this is from Grassley to Way. It's Charles E. Grassley, Chairman, Committee on the Judiciary, to Christopher Way, I guess. This was posted January 25th. It is now January 26th, 2018. So this is the Committee on the Judiciary is conducting oversight of the Department of Justice, the DOJ, and the FBI, and their investigation of classified information on former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's private email server. On January 19, 2018, in response to previous requests from the committee, DOJ produced to Congress 384 pages of text messages exchanged between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. However, according to a cover letter accompanying the production, the FBI did not preserve text messages between Mr. Strzok and Ms. Page between December 14, 2016 and May 17, 2017. The text messages that were provided raised serious concerns about the impartiality of senior leadership running both the Clinton and the Trump investigations. There should be no impartiality in our judicial system, and the DOJ and the FBI. They have to remain neutral in order for it to be fair across the board. It just makes it a sham, and this was not a real investigation, people. From what is here, you can tell it was never a real investigation and trying to get to the truth for the American people, trying to get justice done for the American people. I don't care who you are, and I don't care how much you love them or how much you like them. If they are doing terrible things inside, well, terrible things, and these are high people inside our government, and I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. This should concern you as an American citizen. It should not be done. This leads us into a how do you say it? And a totalitarian, tyrannical over the people when they can just make up whatever, just cover up information, just let people off the hook with. As I said, this is a total sham, and I do apologize because the rabbit hole goes deep, and the deeper we dig and we get to the truth, as an American citizen, it's concerning. But I want to share with you guys. So, pulling punches in the Clinton investigation. On February 25th of 16, Strzok and Page discussed via text how many personnel from DOJ and FBI would be included in the Clinton investigation and what the best ratio should be. In that discussion, Ms. Page issued the following warning to Mr. Strzok about dealing with Secretary Clinton. Page, one more thing. She might be our next president. The last thing you need us going in there loaded for bear. I have no clue what that means, but evidently they don't want to get on her bad side, I guess, if she becomes president. And even if she has committed crimes, it'd be all right. Just don't be mad at me. What? You think she's going to remember or care that it was more DOJ than FBI? Oh, so they're both helping her. Oh, okay. Strzok agreed. I called Bill. Now, I'm assuming this is Bill Clinton, but, don't hold me to it. I don't see a last name. So it's just an assumption. I have no proof. And I'm trying to just present the facts. I do give my opinions, but I do want you to have the facts and you can make your own opinions from there. But I called Bill and relayed what we discussed. He agrees. I will email you and redacted same. Consideration of a special counsel. On May 17, 2016, I wrote to FBI Director James Comey expressing my concern that conflicts of interest existed between Attorney General Lynch and the Clintons due to her firm's prior representation of the Clintons in tax matters and the fact President Clinton nominated Ms. Lynch to be U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. My goodness, they have it's like The Godfather. I've heard the term people referred to Washington as Clinton machine, like it was a well-oiled and organized. Well, it was an organized crime for criminals. I mean, this is my opinion again, but just from all the information that I have come across, everything I've heard, everything I've seen, it's just unbelievable that they controlled our government. They were in control. What that means is the government is supposed to be controlled by the American people. This government was controlled by the Clintons. And you can see the DOJ and the FBI. And I want to make it clear, I don't think everybody in the DOJ or FBI is black hats. I think we have good people that are trying to drain the swamp and help drain the swamp. But I'm not going to read all of this. But I think you get the gist. I'll just read the text. Or the emails. But Strzok thought of the perfect person D can bounce this off of. And Paige says, who? And D, I'm not sure who D is, but I think it might be something I've seen about Comey. I'm not sure about that either, but Strzok, Pat, you got to give me credit if we go with him. And delay briefing him on until I get back and do it, late next week or later. Paige, we talked about him last night, not for this, but how great he is. He's in private practice though, right? Suppose you could still bring him back, and yes, I'll hold, but whoever they're talking about, if they like him, I would run. Strzok, yes, he's at Skadden in Chicago. I haven't talked to him for a year or two. Don't forget that Dag Comey, that's the D I was thinking about. Okay, Dag Comey appointed him as special counsel in the Plame matter and that he was there for Comey's investiture. Strzok, I could work with him again and bleep, we'd get bleep done. Paige, I know. Like I said, we discussed Boss and him yesterday. I don't know. They must have some kind of code, but we can get the gist of how biased they are. Strzok, and it frustrates me because Bill at his 7:15 brings up the whole matter in front of his dad's. I don't know. One who is acting for Dina, who immediately goes to John and tells him how Bill is stressed because all this stuff is going on about a special prosecutor. Bill needs to learn to not talk to everybody about this when he's upset about it, and I guarantee that agent, while discreet, is certainly going to tell at least a few other people. Strzok, I'm sending, redacted, to the 8:30 and with Jones so that I can meet with John. Page, did he go so far as to talk about why we started talking special prosecutor? Strzok, don't think so. In my office talking to John. Page, redacted. Well, later on, May 13, 2016, Page texts Strzok. Hey, forgot to ask if you mentioned the whole special counsel thing to Andy. Congress and the American people have a right to know whether the DOJ and FBI considered the appointment of a special counsel. This is no truer statement was ever made. Congress and the American people, especially the American people, since we pay them. We pay them. They get their salaries from us. We're the boss. They're hired working servant to the public, and they're going to make our. We have constitutional rights. Everything is supposed to be fair, equal. They talk about equality all the time. Well, where's the equality in this justice system where everything is run by Clintons? What is fair about that? Accordingly, answer the following. Did the FBI ever recommend a special counsel for the Clinton investigation? If not, why not? If so, did DOJ ever explain why it did not appoint one? Did Attorney General Lynch refuse? Was there any legal memoranda or analysis of the issue prepared? Please provide all records relating to DOJ and FBI communications about the potential appointment of a special counsel for the Clinton investigation. The FBI Chief of Staff believed McCabe should recluse himself from the Clinton investigation. I'll just go back to the email page. Rebecca just called to check in. He very clearly 100% believes that Andy should be recused because of the perception. Strzok, God. Page, our statement affected the stock market. Page, don't understand your email. If it's a matter similar to those we've been talking about lately, why no recusal before? Something different? Strzok, I assume McAuliffe picked up, but that doesn't make sense. He said he was interviewing, maybe he's headed into private practice. As Ms. Page asked, why no recusal before? Something different? If McCabe eventually recused himself 1 week before the election, why did he not do so sooner? Why did the FBI fail to disclose McCabe's November 1st, 2016 recusal in his December 14, 2016 response letter? Did Mr. McCabe's recusal have any relation to the reported McAuliffe investigation? Or was it related to private sector employment negotiations? And if so, with whom was he negotiating that would have triggered the recusal? Transmitting government records on non-government systems. That's a big no-no. Type on home computer and email to yourself. Wow. Anyway, let's see. Anything else? Yeah, they're asking, please provide all records of communication, including emails between Strzok and Page from July 10th of 15 to his removal from Special Counsel Mueller's office relating to either the Clinton or Trump campaigns or any related FBI investigations. So yeah, they're trying to get to the bottom. I anticipate that your written reply and most responsive documents will be unclassified. Please send all unclassified material directly to the committee. In keeping with the requirements of Executive Order 13526, if any of the responsive documents do contain classified information, please segregate all unclassified material within the classified documents. Provide all unclassified information directly to the committee, and so forth. So you can see it's just begun. It has just begun. to uncover what our tyrannical, I wish I could say that word. Anyway, you know what kind of government I'm talking about. Where there is no two sides. And, you know, they were taking us down that road and feeding us lies through the mainstream media that is also bought by the Clinton machine. But actually, that has been going back, and I'm going to do a video later on that. There's something called the Operation Mockingbird that I found out, and the CIA for a long, long time has been sending over the news. That's where that's where we were getting our information on. A lot of it was from the CIA, what they could give to us and what not to give to us. And people, that's just communism. That's propaganda. That's not the truth. That's just what they want to feed to us. Thank goodness I feel like I'm waking up from a matrix we've been living in, that's in this little world bubble that doesn't make any sense. And it was all a bunch of lies. But anyway, from one American citizen to another, make America great again. Y'all have a good day.